Okay, go ahead and start.
Oh, I already started.
Okay, am I in the picture?
Yes.
All the way in my head and everything?
Yes.
Okay, all right. Hey, what's up, you guys? So in this video, we're going to fix a toilet refill valve. This is what they look like. So maybe you're having a problem where either the toilet keeps running, although that could be a flapper, that's a separate thing. But the problem like I'm having is ours squeals real bad. The other thing that can happen sometimes is it gets stuck and you have to keep taking the lid off and reaching in. So here, let's take a look at what's going on here. So in the toilet, you got kind of a few different mechanisms. Let's see. So this is what we're going to be replacing. This is the what they call the toilet fill valve mechanism. It's basically like a pole with like a little floater. And it's like I said, sometimes the floater gets stuck, or what happens like that. That's what ours is doing. Wakes up the whole house in the middle of the night. It's not cool. There's also what they call an overflow valve. And then there's a flapper, that little red thing down there in the bottom. And then, of course, this is the little flushing arm mechanism. So what we're going to start is we're going to shut off the water. So I'll come down here and shut this off by turning this all the way clockwise, okay? So turn it all the way clockwise, or whatever mechanism you have that shuts off the water right before it goes into the toilet, because we're going to be taking this part off here in just a minute. So I've got that closed. Then what you want to do is you want to flush the toilet and hold it open, because we want to drain all the water out of there. So by shutting off the water first and then holding the flush lever down the whole time, we get out as much as we can. Then what you want to do is take a rag, or if you're lucky enough to have like kind of like an old sponge or something, but basically you want to take and mop up whatever's left in there. So we're just going to just mop it up. And the nice part is you've got a drain right in front of you. You just mop it up. Here, camera person, hold that for me for a second. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to mop it up, and I'm just going to put it into the toilet bowl itself, because we want that basin to be, it doesn't have to be perfectly dry, but we want it to be at least dry enough so that water doesn't go all over the place when we take that little fill pipe off in a second. All right, so let's get this all emptied out. Yeah, just sit tight for a second. I'm going to cut that part out while I'm doing this, but there's no point in stopping it because it makes it harder if you stop it. So. This one's actually sideways. It's got a little bit of a tilt to it because there's more water on one side than there is on the other. Okay. Okay, so I've got it pretty much, sponged out, mopped out. And like I said, it doesn't have to be 100% dry, but what we're going to do is we're going to disconnect that pipe down there on the bottom that I showed you a minute ago, and we just don't want a bunch of water coming out of that. And there will still be a certain amount of water that kind of falls on the floor anyway, because that pipe is going to have some water in it. So let me see this for just a second. Okay. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take that nut off right there. There's two things. There's the nut for the supply line right here, and then this is like a little nut that holds the bottom of the fill valve mechanism in there. Okay, so I'm going to take these two things off. All right, can you, actually let me just do this. I'll just set it like that for a second. Okay, a wrench would be good for this, but it's kind of a wide nut, so if it doesn't work, you could use a set of channel locks. You want to be gentle to it though, because it's just plastic, so we don't want to tear it up. And it shouldn't be super, super tight because it's plastic. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to go counterclockwise. All right, so we want to go counterclockwise as you're facing it. Or in other words, I want to go this direction. Okay, counterclockwise to loosen it. Okay, and when you disconnect it, there probably will be a little bit of water kind of splashes. Now, if it comes gushing out, you probably didn't turn off your valve correctly, but there'll be a little bit of drips. All right. So then the next thing you want to do is we want to take that. Remember I said there's another like kind of a leather plastic nut there. I'm going to take this guy off next, and that's going to free up the valve. I'll be able to pull out in a minute. Okay, hold on to that for me. Okay. All right, now, so now this has been freed up. I can take this off, but usually there's also like a little rubber hose that's attached to what they call the overflow pipe. And it might be connected in a different way than this video, but basically usually somehow it's braced by some kind of a bracket in place. So you just want to take that off. And then the whole thing should come out like that. Okay, might be a little bit of drips going on there. You know, maybe if I didn't make it clear enough in the beginning, you know, if you have something like, you know, rugs or something here, you might want to put maybe a towel, something down behind your toilet, because there's going to be a certain amount of dripping. But if you did everything I said in the instructions, you shouldn't have like a deluge of water. Okay. Now, out of the box, these things usually are pretty much ready to go, but there is a height adjustment. So when you get these things, usually they're what they call, hold on a second. Okay, so when you get these, the problem is your face is that thing. So you're okay, Abby. I'm going to give you this back in just a second, okay?
You're going to have to edit a lot of stuff.
No, that's okay. All right, so what you want to do is these things usually come by default ready to go. But there is a height adjustment. Now, if the one you had before was at the right height, you could just match it. But ideally what you want to have is the top of that little blue thing right there should be about 3 inches higher than the top of your fill pipe. So, I don't know, roughly kind of like you should end up with your blue thing. The top of your blue thing will be, you know, just about that level, whereas your fill pipe is about 3 inches below that. All right? And the way you do that is there's like a little, see this little like plastic collar on here? That's like a tightener. So when you move that up, then it frees this thing to move. So here, camera person, can you hold this for me? Okay. So once you move up that collar, then it allows you to spin this thing. So I think it's, what is it? Clockwise. Oh, I'm sorry. No, you don't have to spin it. You just have to kind of pull it. And because the other one I had before was fine, I'm just going to match the height. So this is my old one. So what I want to do is just try to get this one to be about the same height as my old one. Because there's two problems you can have. If it's too short, it will work, but the problem was your water won't come up high enough, and so you won't have a lot of flushing power, which means you'll have to flush the toilet, you know, more than one time to get everything to go down. The other problem is if it's too high, is that it might bump against the top of your, can you cover this? It might bump against the top of your, where your lid goes on. You don't want that. Okay, so I matched the height of the old one. So now I want to put the collar back in place, to tighten it so it won't move anymore. There's a rubber seal here. We want to keep that on there because what that's going to do is it's going to seal against that porcelain hole down there in the very bottom. Okay? All right, so hold on to that. You want to just hover over here for a second? Yeah, can you get actually a little closer right there? Okay. Okay, put that in. Now, something to pay attention. There's a rookie mistake. I've made this mistake before when I was a little earlier, newer to this, is you want to have this thing in such a way that this little bobber, this big black thing, doesn't rub against the porcelain edge of the toilet tank. Okay, so make sure there's at least like about a finger's width of space so that thing can move back and forth freely. Basically what happens is when the water fills in, this black thing floats up to the top, and that's what tells the fill valve to shut off. All right, so when you got that in place, you got it rotated where it should be. All right, see how I got that? Okay, now I'm gonna go down below and I'm gonna put that, remember this guy we took off earlier? I'm gonna put him back on and that will lock it in place. So, let me just show this for a second. Thank you. Sometimes you just need to have like a little demonstration of what you're talking about, you know. All right, and as you get it tight, it doesn't have to be super tight. I would say just, it's kind of hard to describe, but I would say probably no more than maybe 5 pounds of force with your hands, okay? It does not need to be super tight because remember, you're working with plastic parts. Plastic parts are different than steel nuts and bolts. They have a tendency to sometimes strip out pretty easily. All right, the second thing we want to do is put our supply line back. All right, so remember our supply line was this guy. Just goes right back there in the bottom. Okay, and then remember I had the nut. And this one, again, you probably could get away with just tightening by hand. You know, if you feel like it needs a little extra, use the pliers, but again, I'm sorry to keep beating this drum, but these are plastic parts. You do not want to over tighten these things because you don't want to break them. Okay. All right, now there's two more things we have to do. One is we got to get this little hose. Sometimes you have to cut this thing if it's too long. So like, let's see here. Let's compare it to my old one. I guess on my old one, I didn't cut it, but I think I'm probably going to just take and go ahead and cut this. I'm going to get a pair of scissors, cut this just a little bit because it's so close to the fill pipe. Hold that thought for a second. Okay, so I'm going to cut probably, oh, I don't know, about 4 inches off of here because I just don't need that much. All right. Then, let's see, did my kit came with the spare one. In fact, actually, it even came with a spare bottom little sealer nut there, but the one I had was already the same shape and size because this brand is Fluidmaster, which is pretty common, and the one I just took out was Fluidmaster. All right, so I'm going to take this guy. There's like a little spout here thing that we want this rubber hose to go onto. All right, I'm gonna get that on there. Maybe if it doesn't go all the way in, just make sure it's at least enough in so it won't pop back out again. And then you just want to tuck that, because what we're trying to do is make it so that the water will go down that pipe like that. Okay, that's what we want. We want the water to be aimed right down that pipe. Now, what we can do is we can turn on our supply line valve down at the bottom. Okay, so we're kind of getting near the end here. This is the fun part. Okay, slowly turn it on, because if you start getting any leaks down here, or if anything starts leaking down here, you might want to check how you put things back together again. Okay. Okay, looks like I'm okay. I don't seem to have any leaks. Okay, now the toilet's filling back up again. Okay. So just recap, what's happening here is that as the water level rises, that big black thing basically floats up to the top. And when it gets to the right spot, the lever here shuts off the water. The problem you can have is that sometimes this thing gets stuck, it doesn't go up anymore. Sometimes it can get waterlogged to where it doesn't float. For some reason, mine was squeaking real bad. I don't know why. And so that's why I had to replace this. So this one's about 5 years old, or 4 years old or something like that. So right now, the tank is refilling. Now in a perfect world, without having to adjust this thing, it might shut off right where the old water line was, but if not, that's where this little gray adjustment knob comes in. This is kind of like your fine tuning for it. And then also there's a tank fill valve. I always just leave that in the middle, but if you get a Fluidmaster, you read the instructions, it actually has like some detailed instructions about how to adjust the bowl level of your water with using that. All right, it turns out that actually mine's just fine, but just to demonstrate, if I turn this down, what happens is you're actually making the bobber go down, which means it'll shut off the water sooner. Or if you go the other direction, it means that the bobber will actually be higher, which means the water will have to come higher. It actually turned out that this worked out fine the way it was, so I don't really need to adjust it. And so if you did everything right, you flush your toilet, and then there's your flapper right there. Okay, and that should fall back into place. Okay, it won't empty out all the way, that's normal. Okay, and then it refills, and then if you did everything right, once it gets to the top. Now, here's something to look for. If for some reason, when you put this all back together, the water's coming all the way up and it's going over the top of the fill pipe here, then it means that you've set this thing too high. It means you've got your bobbers too high. I don't think the official word for that little black thing is, but your floater's too high. All right, so you might try turning this in the counterclockwise way to make it go down further. In a worst case, if you still can't get it right, you might have made this tower thing. Remember when we were stretching it out and we put the little collar back in place? You might need to make this shorter. Okay, so that's basically how you replace a fill pipe toilet. So that's basically how you replace a toilet fill valve. And I'll leave you a link for the part in the description. But these things are pretty easy to get. I don't necessarily have any affiliate. I don't necessarily have any affiliation with Fluidmaster, but that's just one of the most common ones. Okay, thanks for watching.